All right, we're going to go ahead and finish this off with 11 and 12. Normally, I don't like to make the videos that long. It should just be 10-minute chunks, but that was almost 20 minutes, so YouTube is taking a long time to upload it. Okay, so now we're going to find the secant theta if cosine theta equals 5/3. Okay, so secant. What is secant? Secant is actually the inverse of cosine. Oh, sweet. They gave us cosine. All right, so what this looks like then is, I'm going to draw a little picture because can actually help. Now, you might actually know the answer already. But if cosine is 5/13, that's like saying A/H. So this means that if this is my theta, that is my A, this is my H, and so if I want the secant, that's H/A. I've already got it. Instead of being 5/13, secant of theta will just be 13/5. Okay, so sometimes an SAT question will be just that simple. So that's that. Now, notice though that if we needed to find out another trig function, like say cosecant, cosecant would have required me to actually know the O. Now the O would have been right there. So that means I would have had to use the converse Pythagorean theorem, converse of the Pythagorean theorem in order to solve for O, and then use that to find cosine or cosecant. So sometimes that'll happen. All right, and that's just kind of next level stuff there. So be aware of that. This one was kind of easy, and you might have seen it immediately, and that can happen sometimes in some of these problems. Now, if I want the sine of tangent here, I'm sorry, the sine of theta if the tangent theta equals 1. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, so I'm given tangent of theta equals 1. Now that's not a fraction. That's not an O/A. But I can do that. What's 1 as a fraction? 1/1. So now what I have is I have my O and I have my A. I have my opposite over my adjacent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little triangle here. My opposite is 1 and my adjacent is 1. So now I can use the Pythagorean theorem to actually figure out what C is. Now the reason why I need C is because C is my H. Okay, and the H is used for the definition of sine, and we said sine was O/H. Okay, actually up here, O/H. So I use the Pythagorean theorem to find that H, and it's going to be C equals 1 squared is 1, 1 squared is 1, so 1 plus 1 is 2. So C squared, if I want C, then I just take radical 2. Okay, so now going back, I go to sine theta equals O, which is this guy, over H, which is now radical 2. So 1 over radical 2. Now normally you'd be done. However, remember you can't have a radical in the denominator, so I will multiply by radical 2 over radical 2. All right, and that gives me radical 2 on the top, and on the bottom I will have radical 2 times radical 2, which is radical 4. Take the square root of 4, and that's just 2. That's your final answer. All right, so your homework looks exactly like this, problem for problem. It's just the ratios have changed with each one. Okay, now to turn in your homework, make sure that you can take a picture of it, or if you can turn it into the school. I mean, I'm going to put them into the grade book like ASAP, but please turn in the homework as it'd be cool if you could turn it in as an attachment in classwork, okay? And then I can actually give you a score right there. But if you just email me that's totally fine. Doesn't matter, okay? I'll take a look at them, see how you guys are doing. Other than that, have a good night. And the next video will actually be on Wednesday, so that'll be for assignment 2. So you'll get 2 assignments every week. The Wednesday night is where you'll see it Thursday morning, and then you'll have like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to kind of get it done. And so, the due dates, just, to try to get it within a week, no pressure. Just, we don't want to see you guys get behind the game, So, yeah, hang in there and just, do it when you can, but don't forget about it, all right? And it's good for your brain. You just don't want to forget this stuff, all right? Have a good night, and I'll talk to you later.